we were poor, how often was I talking about trying to get rich?
I don't think we spoke about anything else ever.
Every day, all day, what did we talk about when we were poor?
How to get rich, why we need to be rich, what we do if we were rich.
And we imagine these fictional scenarios. We'd say we'll just go to brand new cities and we'll just stay in the best hotels and we'll just have girls and we'll just have money. And we sit there and go, but if you travel around all the time, how do you have a job? How do you work? I was like, I don't know, we'll work it out. Remember actually saying, look, we're just going to travel and have money.
Yeah, we'll be in New York, smoking cigars in the back of a Maybach. There'll be millions in the account somehow.
But we were still in the paradigm of jobs. So we're like, it would have been like time off work. So maybe we can work a bunch, we could have a month where we can just travel around. Wild. It's all we talked about all of the time. I thought someone was rich for the most basic things. If you had Coke in your house as a kid, I thought your parents were rich.
Yeah, drinks that weren't tap water.
If you had drinks that weren't tap water, your parents were rich.
Yeah, were. I remember feeling rich because I had food in the fridge full of food. A few bottles of booze, 2 bottles of Smirnoff, bottle of whiskey, a couple bottles of wine in the fridge. I thought, fucking I'm prepared for a weekend. Any girl can come round.
Millionaire.
Things have changed a little bit. Should we live in New York?
New York, where the rich people live.
I quite like New York.
Which things are more important than money?
Nothing besides health and good people. It's the only 2 things I wouldn't sell. I wouldn't sell the good people around me, and I wouldn't sell my health. Besides that.
And you can't buy them, but money can help you both.
Exactly. I can help them. Both of them.
Another thing I don't understand about people who don't try and make money. Getting rich is the easiest way to achieve all the things you want to achieve.
Oh yeah.
You want people to respect you when you talk.
Yeah.
Easiest way, get rich.
Yeah.
You want girls to love you. Easiest way, get rich. You want to leave a legacy and be remembered. Easiest way, get rich.
Yeah.
It's amazing that people say getting rich is hard when it's in fact the easiest possible way to achieve all the things you want to achieve. How else can you go down in history and be remembered in a positive light without getting rich? You'd have to dedicate your life to charity and live in a fucking shithole.
But you could do a lot more charity
if you had money. Exactly. So I'm not even saying that in those scenarios money wouldn't help you, but I'm saying that for you to even go down in history without money, you would have to completely sacrifice all good about your life, when you could instead just get rich. Or get rich and do the same thing and do better than you would do without the money.
Yes, exactly. And probably you'd live longer and be happier anyway.
So all of the things that you actually want to achieve with your life and all of the things that you're hoping to have in your consciousness and your human experience come from getting rich. The easiest way to get all of them is to get rich. So even though getting rich is not easy, it's still the easiest thing you should possibly do to make your life better. I want you to get pen and paper and write down everything you want to achieve in the next 4 years, the children you want to have, the car you want to drive, the money you want to make. I guarantee you, every single thing you write down on that piece of paper is going to come true. Because when you've come from the absolute bottom to the absolute top, and you've done it all off of your own back, and hard work and dedication, and never missing a day, the only shortcut to life is to never miss a day. 1, because of compounding interest, and 2, because sometimes you get lucky. And you'll never miss a lucky day if you try every day. If you don't try every day, you might miss your lucky day. And that's what people don't understand. If you never miss a day and you never don't try and you're always on time, was I late today? No, on time, and you try and improve every aspect of your life, and you're a professional, and you try and make sure that you analyze your decisions, you give yourself feedback, you don't make mistakes, you're not lazy. If you try and you make it to the top, you end up elitist because you look at the people down below and you're like, well, why didn't you try? I did. Oh, I did too. No, you didn't. That's a lie. 4 rich men and 1 poor man today. You know the worst thing about staying poor? It's not that you don't get Lamborghinis and private jets and mansions on the palm and diamond chains. It's not that you get to put on a big niggy diamond watch and sit around while your lawyers deal with your criminal cases and your house is full of women and there's a Bugatti outside. You're going to smoke a shisha pipe. That's not what being rich is about. Getting rich is going to be your coolest story, bro. Getting rich is going to be the coolest story you ever tell on your deathbed. And when I sat with these 4 rich men and this one brokey, what hurt him the most wasn't the fact that he had to shit his car, wasn't the fact that he had to shit his clothes, wasn't the fact that his family can't rely on him when they need expensive health care, wasn't the fact he's the only motherfucker not wearing diamonds, wasn't the fact he has to go to work in a few hours and we don't. None of that. What hurt him was the time he wasted. Because the worst thing about staying poor is that everyone gets rich without you. Please understand this. It's like the beginning of a tale. Imagine there's 5 men at the beginning of a path. A long and arduous path, a very dangerous one, which you're going to walk down and defeat a dragon at the end. And 4 people walk the path, and they fight the dragon, and they emerge adorned in scars, covered in fire-burnt armor, saying, the dragon has sent its fire at me and it burnt me, but I attacked back. You have a story. And then you have the scars and the diamonds, the dragon's head, the horn, whatever it is. You get all of the accolades for your bravery, for your monumental achievement. But the one guy who doesn't walk the path, he hasn't got a story. We were sitting at this table, us 4 rich men and this one brokey, talking about how we got rich within the last 10 years. All many different ways. We all took different paths, different dragons to slay. And we were talking about how we all managed to get rich. And you know what was hurting the broke guy? It wasn't that he didn't have any money. It's that he didn't have a fucking story. He knew that we were thinking what he was thinking. That he had spent the same amount of minutes conscious as us, the same 10 years, and we ask him what he's done with it, and all he can say is nothing. We can say, I went to jail, I did this, I started that business, it didn't work, I made 3 million here, I made 5 million there, lost it all, got it all back, invested in this, my business partner robbed me here. Then we tell all these great stories, and we say to him, what have you been doing? Work. Do you understand? You know what's amazing? I'm saying this, and those of you out there who are ambitious, who want to become a somebody, this will resonate with you. But most of the fucking brokies and losers who are listening to this are just not going to get it. You cannot sit at a table with 4 other men who have a monumental story of achievement, how they pulled off the impossible to finally become financially free, to have slayed a dragon, and be the only person who has wasted their time and not have a story. It's not like we went and got rich and you haven't had time. No, we're all the same age. We've had the same amount of minutes, the same amount of time. And when I recollect what I've done with the past decade, you can't even tell me what you did. You can't say I didn't get rich, but I became a world level fucking golf. I guess you get rich if you're world level at golf. What's something you can get world level at without being rich? Women's basketball. Sorry I didn't get rich. I was busy playing women's basketball. I became the best in the world. I'm still broke. That's fine. The worst thing is we say, we spent all this time getting rich. What did you do with your time? And they say, I can't remember. Nothing. Ask yourself. New Year. When was New Year? It's been a flash. When was New Year's Eve? Remember New Year's Eve? What have you done since New Year's Eve? Ask yourself, what have you done? Went to work and went out this one night. Go on, it's been a third of a year. It's been 4 months. What have you done since New Year's Eve? I can tell you what I've done. Escaped house arrest, escaped the political persecution, went to Miami, told the AG he's a little bitch, went to Vegas, went to the UFC, went to LA, went to New York, went back to Miami, went back to Romania, spoke to the press, made millions of dollars. Now I'm in Dubai, about to open Tate Tower. I'm doing amazing things. What have you done since New Year's Eve? Because there's going to be a story. There's going to be 4 rich men and your broke ass sitting on a table at the end of this year, and I'm going to talk about how much fucking money I've made and all the monumentally important things I've done, and when I call that BBC reporter a nobody, and all the cool shit I do every single day, I'm going to talk about it, and the other rich men are going to have stories. We're all going to have dragon parts that we've lopped off the enemy, off the monster, and you're going to sit there and go, I don't remember. The worst thing about being poor is that everybody gets rich without